So guys, right? This is the thing I really love about Schlüter, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because this is a personal experience where the other day I was doing a job, and the job was a really one of my high-end project, and we were using some mosaics, and I was like in my head, I heard it before and I just didn't know, and I said, you know what? Let me give Tom a ring because I have him on speed dial. But yeah, man, we almost share the same birthday. Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying, right? So I gave Tom a ring and said to him, we're doing this job, and I'm not sure. The client wanted to use DITRA on it, but I'm not sure about using the mosaics, that type of mosaic, because it weren't a large mosaic. It just was about 25-30 mosaics, and I give Tom a ring, and this is what I love, and he easily could say, okay, you could chance it, you could use it. He said to me right away, let me speak to, get some more information on it. I don't think he can do it, but let me get the proper information. Tom came back took me within 2 minutes and said, you know what, you can't, a lot of other manufacturers say, no, you can use it. And that's the thing what I like, but you know what, this is what I want to bring it up. It's nice for them to hear from you as well, because what you told me about not using DITRA with certain type of mosaics.
It actually covers the whole DITRA family. So the minimum tile size 50 by 50 millimeters. So and that's mainly down to the in-house testing that we did. So in Germany we own something called the Robinson floor tester, which tests tile covering over uncoupling systems and without uncoupling systems as well. So we do our own in-house testing, and there can be issues when using uncoupling systems with small format tiles like mosaics 50 by 50. So yeah, we have a minimum tile size, and we do stick to that.
I think also what's important is we have a minimum tile size on thickness of tiles as well, because some thin tiles over DITRA could have potential point load issues. So the testing that we've done, we've managed to test tiles down to 5.5 millimeters, which we're happy to go over and above the DITRA uncoupling membranes. Anything less than that, we would not recommend it with any of the DITRA products. So 5.5 mil.
So what would be your recommendation then in someone using your product if they still want to install a mosaic that size?
Well, as we spoke when you asked me about that particular job in question, this was not suitable. So unfortunately it means I lose a sale, but it's not, I'm not too worried about it. I want to help you and make sure your job is right. So I think in that scenario I suggest that you use a traditional cable underfloor heating system, level and compound over the top of it, and then we would recommend using Curry 200. So Curry 200 is also going to provide you waterproofing for that area. As we've discussed earlier, it will provide some anti-fracture obviously properties, but it's not an uncoupling. But that would be the only way that we could actually suggest or recommend that you go forward with that project with mosaics.
And that's why it's good to have a technical team that you could, or someone from Schlüter you can ring up to, because as I said, if you don't get that information, you're thinking, oh, it's
difficult to remember absolutely everything, isn't it? So if you've got support of manufacturer, but yeah, remember 50 by 50 and 5.5 mil.
The other one which is an important one to remember is the adhesive bed above DITRA 25. So tiles are often used, all sorts of applications with DITRA 25, and especially if it's natural stone, uncalibrated tiles on top of DITRA, you have to be careful with the adhesive bed above. DITRA 25 and DITRA Heat family of products will uncouple up to 10 mil in bed over the top of the mat. If you exceed 10 millimeters, then that will compromise the uncoupling properties. It's not to say that the floor would fail, but it could compromise the functionality about what it can do in terms of neutralizing stress.
Yeah, because I'm glad you mentioned that as well, because as I say, it was not disrespect, but the guys in that dap and dab are spotted tiles, and they're thinking, oh, it's DJ, so we could still do it. You could hear it.
I mean, one of the things with uncoupling and the way that the DITRA family work is ensuring that the cascalations or are actually filled.
Yeah.
So obviously you're making sure they're locked into the dovetails. So if you were to dot and dab, you obviously wouldn't be achieving that. And in the same way, if you were to exceed 10 mil, it would negate the uncoupling properties.
Yeah, and coming on to what you said, which is quite important again, because we get asked a lot. Again, you know what's going to come, I guess, is is skimming, skimming before the lane. So after I left here, I said to them, "Oh, I'm not going to skim my DITRA anymore. But I've done a job and I skim the DITRA because I find if I'm tired and I want to get back on it the same day, it dries a bit faster because it's drying to the adhesive, so it secures a bit faster, you know." So the guy, "Oh, you said you weren't going to skim the mat again." It's just a small floor, and I just wanted to do it because I wanted to start the wall the same day, tile the floor and start the wall. It goes up a bit faster, and so they're still thinking I'm doing something totally wrong.
Our preference would be that the cavities were filled, bed the tile within one motion, one process. One thing to bear in mind with, if you like, pre-filling membranes with cavities like these is potential site traffic, contamination over the top of the in most cases it's a latex compound that's used, so you do have to be careful of that. Obviously, if it's going to be walked upon, that can affect the bonding strength of the tile to the cavities, which is crucial. So our preference would be that it would always be installed and the tiles bedded on immediately.
There is a risk of contamination, and I think personally, if you're creating two layers as opposed to one single layer, you could run the risk of obviously contamination, but obviously debonding. And also some people would use a leveling compound and a tile adhesive that could possibly be not compatible with each other. So there's just more elements of risk as possibly. So we would always generally suggest tile adhesive to backfill cavities and to lay it in one go.
Alright, so guys, you heard it here. That's, you know what, this is the exact reason why I'm here today, to get all this information to pass on to you guys. And it's really thanks really much for this. And I know that you're gonna still get a lot of questions on your way.
That's what we're here for.
Every day's a learning day. You know, you can't stop teaching. The industry changes very quickly. Standards change very quickly, and we're here to offer assistance and advice.